Once again, a very warm welcome to the 35th Convocation of the Institute of Supply and Materials Management. And every Sri Lankan event commences with the traditional lighting of the oil lamps. I'd like to invite our dignitaries to do the honors to mark the commencement of the convocation. I'd like to invite our chief guest, His Excellency David Pine, New Zealand's High Commissioner to Sri Lanka and the Maldives. Our guest of honor, Mr. Thusitsi Gunawardena Surya, Chief Executive Officer, Siam City Cement Lanka Limited, President of ISMM, Mr. Lilantha Subasinghe, Immediate Past President, ISMM, and President of Organization of Professional Associations, Mr. Jayantha Galeheva. I'd also like to invite Vice President of ISMM and Chairman of Professional Development and Training Committee, Professor Sanat Divakara, Vice President of ISMM, Mr. Ronil Abisekara, General Secretary of ISMM and a Senior Faculty Member, Mr. Priyanga Kirihena, Treasurer of ISMM, Mr. Kavinda Jayatilaka, Course Director, GDPSCM 2022-2025 Batch, Mr. Nadisha Chandrasekara, Director Training and Administration, Mr. Kamal Vimalavira, Senior Faculty Member of ISMM, Dr. S.D. Sriskanda, Senior Faculty Member of ISMM, Mr. Chamira Harshalal, two Learning Partner Representatives, Ms. Dinusha Velhenage and Mr. Thilan Katriarachi. I'd like to invite the dignitaries to please light the lamp. I'd like to thank all the dignitaries for doing the honors, and I'd like to invite our chief guest, His Excellency David Pine, our guest of honor, Mr. Thusitsi Gunawardena Surya, President of ISMM, Mr. Lilantha Subasinghe, Vice President, ISMM and Chairman of Professional Development and Training Committee, Professor Sanat Divakara, Director Training and Administration, Mr. Kamal Vimalavira, Course Director, Mr. Nadisha Chandrasekara, to please take your seat at the head table. And once again, I would like to request everyone to please remain standing for the national anthem.
Sri
Thank you, and let us now observe a minute in silence in memory of the ISMM members who are no longer with us. Distinguished guests, members of the Council, faculty, graduates, and also the proud families who are present here, a very good evening and a very warm welcome to the 35th Convocation Ceremony of the Graduate Diploma in Purchasing and Supply Chain Management. At this juncture, it's also very important to talk about the Institute of Supply and Materials Management, which is the pioneer professional body dedicated to advancing excellence in supply chain, in procurement and logistics. For over 5 decades, ISMM has played a vital role in uplifting professional standards in Sri Lanka and beyond through globally recognized qualifications, industry-focused education, and continuous professional development. And today, we're gathered to celebrate your academic achievements, your readiness to contribute meaningfully to organizations, communities, and overall the national economy. So as we honor this significant milestone, may you carry forward the values of professionalism, innovation, and integrity that define ISMM and the supply chain profession. This is certainly another milestone in your academic journey. So now that I've spoken a little bit about ISMM, it's time now for us to get to know more about it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite the President of ISMM, Mr. Lanka Subhasingha, to declare the 35th Convocation open.
I declare the convocation open for conferment of Graduate Diploma.
Thank you very much to the President of ISMM, Mr. Lanka Subhasingha. And to formally welcome everyone present here, I would like to invite the Director of Training and Administration of ISMM, Mr. Kamal Vimalavira.
Hi everyone, and very good evening to all. His Excellency David Pine, High Commissioner of New Zealand to Sri Lanka and Maldives, Mr. Thusit C. Gunawan Surya, CEO of Siam City Cement Lanka Limited, Mr. Lanka Subhasingha, President of ISMM, Mr. Jayant Galaheva, immediate past President of ISMM and President of the OPA Sri Lanka, past President of ISMM and OPA, Mr. Sarath Gamage, past President ISMM, Mr. Danisha Pereira, Vice President of ISMM and Chairman Professional Development and Training Committee of ISMM, Professor Sanat Divakara, Vice President ISMM, Mr. Ronnie Lavesekara, General Secretary ISMM, Mr. Priyanka Kirihena, Treasurer ISMM, Mr. Kavinda Jayathilaka, members of the Council of Management of ISMM, Course Director of GDPSCM 2022-2025, Mr. Nadisha Chandrasekhara, all course directors, faculty members, dedicated management and staff of ISMM, distinguished guests, parents, and most importantly, our graduates. Welcome all of you to the 35th Convocation of the Institute of Supply and Materials Management, Graduate Diploma in Purchasing and Supply Chain Management 2022-2025 batch. It is our profound honor to welcome His Excellency David Pine. Your Excellency, we appreciate your joining us today, representing a nation that is a global benchmark for transparency, integrity, and ease of doing business, principles that are the very bedrock of the procurement profession. Your distinguished career in diplomacy and your commitment to fostering international relations provide an inspiring example to our graduates of how professional excellence can build bridges across borders. We thank you for your presence, which adds immense prestige to to this convocation. We also extend a very warm welcome to our guest of honor, Mr. Tusit C. Gunawana Surya. As a CEO of Siam City Cement Lanka, you lead one of the most vital pillars of our nation's infrastructure. We appreciate you for being a visionary leader who understands that a robust supply chain is the difference between a company that merely survives and one that thrives. Your presence here is a testament to the vital link between academic professionalism and industry success. Our students are privileged to be addressed by a leader who breathes life into the theories they have studied. To the graduates, this convocation marks the beginning of a high-impact journey. For your careers, this diploma is your certificate of competence in a world that is increasingly volatile. You are now equipped with the strategic tools to manage risk and create value. For society and country, your role has never been more critical. Sri Lanka is at a crossroads where efficiency and ethical resource management are not just business goals, they are national imperatives. By ensuring transparency in procurement and agility in supply chains, you are the professionals who will help lower the cost of living, sustain local industries, and ensure that our country remains competitive in the global market. You are the guardians of national resources. You have persevered through challenging times to reach this podium. Your dedication has paid off. On behalf of the Institute of Supply and Materials Management, I congratulate you on your hard-earned success. I also congratulate your parents and families whose sacrifices have fueled your journey. We are proud to welcome you into the fraternity of supply chain professionals. Once again, a warm welcome to all, and may this be a memorable day of celebration. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kamal Lavera, Director Training and Administration of ISMM. And we now commence the conferment of Graduate Diplomas, starting off with ordinary passes. And to do the honors, I would like to invite our dignitaries, past President of ISMM and Organization of Professional Association, Mr. Sarath Gamage, Vice President, ISMM, and the Chairman, Professional Development and Training Committee, Professor Sanat Divakara, Course Director, Mr. Nadisha Chandrasekhara. Put your hands together for KADKV, carving the Nanayokara Executive Company Governance Diesel Motor Engineering PLC. NMN, Subhashita Navaratna, Senior Executive Supply Chain, Jubilant Foodworks, Lanka. Logistic and Supply Chain Coordinator, Diffra Shops, Colombo Limited, Sri Lanka, duty free. K. Udeni Lianage, Senior Buyer, Group Supply Chain, Loves Holdings Limited. Put your hands together for M. Shafwan Wafur, Procurement Intern, Trinary Innovation by Mayes. I.A. Pujita Nirmani Pereira, Assistant Manager Supplies, Pyramid Wilma Private Limited. NMN Pasara Ratnayaka, Business Analyst, Navion Limited. O.R. Stefan Anton, Reservation Executive, Solo Lanka Holidays Private Limited. WNP Angela Fernando, Purchasing Officer, FinTech, Chance Tears. MGDA Isiru Dulanjana Madhuravala, Supply Chain Executive, Dutch Lanka Trailer Manufacturers Limited. Chamana Pereira, Senior Executive, Supply Chain, Dutch Lanka Trailer Manufacturers Limited. K. Praneeth Kanishka, Senior Executive, Procurement, Mobitel Private Limited. RHT Nuansiri Ananda, Warehouse Supervisor and Sri Lanka Private Limited. Lanka Gambira, Undergraduate University of Colombo. K.A. Don Dinesh Prasanna, Assistant Manager, Supply Chain, Dutch Lanka Trailer Manufacturers Limited. I would like to thank Mr. Gavali for doing the honors. I'd like to request the other dignitaries to please remain on stage. And I would like to invite Mr. Jayanta Galaheva, immediate past president of ISMM, president of Organization of Professional Association. Mr. Jayanta Galaheva is joining in to give away the rest. Put your hands together for PVD Dulanjana Manoj Sapramadu, Procurement Executive, Serenity Farmers Private Limited. Put your hands together for RMI Madhurati Ratnaka, Senior Warehouse Executive, Conchinex Long Private Limited. Dinupai Samanmala, Junior Executive, Procurement and Shipping, Sri Lankan Catering Limited. W.A. Pavindu Ruan Pereira, Demand Planner, Co-Production Planner, Heritage Teas Private Limited. Dinersha Sachindi, Senior Executive, Commercial Singer, Sri Lanka PLC. D.T. Kumari Hettiarachi, Distribution Officer, Pharmacist, Medical Supplies Division, Ministry of Health. Tarindu Kanchanaratnaka, Procurement Manager, Palwata Dairy Industries Private Limited. Madhusanka Bandaru, Storekeeper, National Water Supply and Drainage Board. Manimaran Ramjat, Senior Supply Chain Executive, Proactive Chain Private Limited. W. Hirani Kavindya Vijay Siri, Purchasing Executive, Homeland Skyline Private Limited. Didilante Mabadige, Junior Manager, Foreign Purchases, Sri Lanka Ports Authority. Round of applause for T.M. Charani Sandamani Senaviratna, Senior Business Development Executive, Reliance Infosys Private Limited. K.L. Purnashan Senaratna, Procurement Executive, UGA Estates Management Private Limited. Carmegan Shantakumara, Procurement Executive, Kevilton Electrical Products Private Limited. A.M. Hirini Sewandi, Assistant Manager, Procurement, Lanka Private Limited. Gandhika Shashikala, Executive Operations, Viselco International Private Limited. Anuj Kumar Singh, Senior Business Analyst, Supply Chain, Germany, Apple. Congratulations to everyone. Let's give one more round of applause. We conclude the first phase. I'd like to thank all our presenters for doing the honors. Thank you so much. Thank you very much to all our presenters. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite the President of ISMM to address the gathering. The President, Mr. Nilantha Subasinghe, is the current President of the Institute of Supply and Materials Management, and prior to his appointment as President, he served as Vice President for 4 consecutive years on the Council of Management. With over 15 years of dedicated service to ISMM, he has contributed in various capacities, which is including as Secretary of several committees, Systems Auditor for 2 years, and Course Director for multiple academic programs, and he is also a diplomate of ISMM. Professionally, he has over 25 years of experience in the private sector and multinational organizations in the field of supply chain management, having worked with companies such as Uniwalkers, Richard Peters Distributors Limited, Lanka Payphones Limited, International Organization for Migration, UN Migration Agency, Holcim Lanka Limited, and Siam City Cement Lanka Limited. He is currently an entrepreneur in the hospitality and tourism industry. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Nilantha Subasinghe to the podium. Over to you.
Thank you, Sharifa. Chief guest, His Excellency David Pine, High Commissioner of New Zealand and Maldives. Guest of honor, Mr. Thusit Guruwarna Surya, Chief Executive Officer, Siam City Cement Lanka Limited. Your Excellency and Mr. Guruwarna Surya, on behalf of the Institute of Supply and Materials Management, I extend a very warm welcome and sincerely appreciate your gracious presence at this distinguished occasion. Professor Sanat Divakara, Vice President and Chairman of Professional and Development Training Committee. Vice President Mr. Ranil Abesekara, General Secretary Mr. Priyanka Kirihena, Treasurer Mr. Kavinda Jayatilaka, Immediate Past President of ISMM and President of Organization of Professional Association Mr. Jayanta Galdaheva, Past Presidents Mr. Danesha Pereira, Mr. Sarath Gamage, Course Director of the GDPSCM 22-25 batch Mr. Nadisha Chandrasekhara, Office Bearers and Council members of ISMM, distinguished members of the faculty, Director Training and Administration Mr. Vimalavira and staff of ISMM, parents, spouses and family members of graduates, and most importantly, dear graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is with profound pleasure and a deep sense of pride that I stand before you today at the 35th Convocation of the Institute of Supply and Materials Management in my capacity as the President. On this momentous occasion, I extend my sincere congratulations to all graduates who have successfully completed the Graduate Diploma in Purchasing and Supply Chain Management. You may rightly be proud of your achievement. You are not merely recipients of qualification today. You are professionals who have demonstrated determination, discipline, and commitment in the pursuit of excellence. Unlike conventional full-time students at universities, you have completed this program while carrying significant professional, personal, and family responsibilities. This achievement therefore stands as a testament not only to your intellectual capacity but also to your character, resilience, and determination. It is for this reason that ISMM we regard you not merely as students but as learning partners in a shared national mission. At this stage, I wish to place on record a special word of appreciation to your course director, Mr. Nadisha Chandrasekhara, whose dedication, academic leadership, and untiring commitment have contributed immensely to the success of this program and to your personal development. We are indeed grateful for his services. Join with me to have a round of applause to Mr. Nadisha Chandrasekhara. Ladies and gentlemen, in the contemporary world, supply chain management has emerged as a strategic and indispensable pillar of economic development. It is no longer a supportive function, but a central drive of productivity, competitiveness, and national resilience, from food security and healthcare delivery to industrial growth and export competitiveness. The effectiveness of a nation's supply chain determines the strength and stability of its economy. Recognizing this national importance, ISMM has extended its vision by beyond professional qualification through our educational advancement and external relation activities. We have taken decisive steps to introduce supply chain management into the school education system, including at advanced level, ordinary level, and junior levels. We firmly believe that supply chain thinking is not merely a professional competence, but a fundamental life skill that fosters structured thinking, responsible resource management, and value-based decision making. Dear graduates, today marks the successful completion of one important chapter of your professional journey. However, it also signifies the beginning of a far greater responsibility. I earnestly invite you to remain actively engaged with your professional body by obtaining corporate membership of ISMM and contributing your knowledge, experience, and leadership to the advancement of the profession and the nation. I also strongly encourage you to present your achievements and innovations at the National Supply Chain Excellence Awards, where both organizations and individuals are recognized for excellence, leadership, and professional impact. Such recognition not only honors individual achievement but also elevates national professional standards. Furthermore, I urge you to preserve and strengthen the professional relationships you have built during this program. No nation has ever achieved progress through individual efforts alone. Sustainable development is always the result of collaboration, shared vision, and collective commitment. Before I conclude, I wish to express our sincere appreciation to the families, spouses, and well-wishers for our graduates, whose encouragement, patience, and sacrifices have played a vital role in this success. Dear graduates, as you leave this convocation hall, may you carry with you not only a qualification but also a deep sense of professional duty, ethical responsibility, and national service. On behalf of the Institute of Supply and Materials Management, I once again offer you my warmest congratulations and wish you every success in future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to the President of ISMM, Mr. Lanka. And with that, we move on to the conferment of Graduate Diplomas, second class passes. To do the honours, I would like to invite our guest of honour, Chief Executive Officer, Siam City Cement Lanka Limited, Mr. Tusit C. Guruvardhana Surya, the President of ISMM, Mr. Lanka Subasega, Vice President, ISMM, and the Chairman, Professional Development and Training Committee, Professor Sanat Divakara, Course Director, Mr. Madhusha Chandrasekhara. Put your hands together for RWM Ishankar Kavinga, Rajanaika, Manager R&D and Technical Support, HECA PLC. N.A. Prabhashi Vijayarupa, Deputy Manager Procurement and Commercial Operations, Sarakata Organics. Sivanandam Thinokant, Senior Executive Supply Chain, Richardson Holdings Private Limited. K.M. Rangana Fernando, Assistant Manager, Purchasing, Swiss Lanka Private Limited. T. Priyanka Pushpamali Thalavatta, Procurement Manager, Janrich Foods Limited. Isuru Satsara Bandara Perumunage, Executive, Melissa Global. E. Samil Tisnika Silva, Senior Stores Executive, Lalan Roberts Private Limited. Thank you very much to our presentation party for doing the honors. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor this evening is the Chief Executive Officer of Siam City Cement Lanka Limited, responsible for driving strategic growth, operational excellence, and organizational leadership. Prior to this role, he served as the Chief Operating Officer at Siam City Cement Lanka Limited and Chief Executive Officer of Lanva Cement, leading transformative initiatives in the industry. With a diverse career spanning multinational and local enterprises, he has held key operational positions in Lion Brewery Ceylon PLC, Hemas Manufacturing Private Limited, Fonterra Brands Lanka Private Limited, GSK, Holcim Lanka Limited, and MAS Active, both in Sri Lanka and overseas. His extensive experience has made him a recognized contributor to business strategy, operations, and supply chain knowledge forums locally and internationally. Academically, he holds a Bachelor of Science honors in Electrical and Electronic Engineering from the University of Peradeniya, a Master of Business Administration from the University of Colombo, and a Master of Science in Business and Organizational Psychology from Coventry University, UK. He has also completed executive leadership development programs at IMD Switzerland and the National University of Singapore. His professional affiliations include memberships in IEEE US, CILT UK as a life member, ISMM Sri Lanka, and IESL Sri Lanka. Additionally, he has earned the prestigious Distinguished Toastmaster (DTM) title, having served as a past area governor and past president of the IESL Toastmasters Club, leading the club to win the Golden Gavel. Beyond his corporate and leadership endeavors, he has a deep passion for off-road driving and wildlife photography, as well as an interest in farming. Please join me in welcoming to the podium our guest of honor, Mr. Tusit C. Guruvarna Surya. I'd like to invite our guest of honor to please address the gathering.
Ayubowan, Your Excellency, David Pine, Mr. Lilantha Subasinghe, President of ISMM, members of the Council, staff of ISMM, the academic resources who helped this program, the invitees from the industry, family members of the graduates, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, the graduates of the 35th batch of the Graduate Diploma in Purchasing and Supply Chain Management. A convocation is not a mere academic celebration. It's the end of a very demanding journey, and it's the beginning of a new chapter in your careers, in your professional journeys. So this occasion today is a very important milestone in your careers, and I'm honored and privileged to be at this occasion together with this distinguished panel and the people who are achieving success today. Now, if you look at this period where you have studied for this program from 2022 to 2025, it's a period where globally supply chains were disrupted. Volatility that you faced would have been immense in your professional workplaces. If you think about Sri Lanka, within this 4-year period, there was a time that you would have stayed in queues to pump fuel to your car, to buy a gas cylinder, and to buy basic commodities. But you have overcome all these difficulties and are graduates when you leave this hall today. I would also like to commend the immense contribution to the country by ISMM, Mr. President, and the members of the Council. We need professional organizations, institutes in this country to create professionals like this who lead with ethics, with courage, but with humility. And you contribute to the country as an institute by creating another batch of 49 graduates today. Thank you very much for that, Mr. President, and the members of ISMM. And if you look at the timing of your graduation, as a country, we are at a juncture where we need true professionals to take the country to the next decade, to the next growth phase as Sri Lankans. We approach another Independence Day. But if you look at our journey, are you satisfied about what we have achieved as Sri Lankans? Definitely I am not. That is why, as a professional, I have decided to be in this country to help and drive this country forward. So as supply chain professionals, having listened to your designations, your roles during the awarding of the graduate certificates, I already realized that you are well-seasoned professionals. And you would know the importance of supply chain now in the world and not only in Sri Lanka. And I think Mr. President referred to that. No longer are you a back office support function. You lead from the front. The profitability of the organization, the satisfaction of the suppliers, the reputation of the organization through ethical procurement, and mere existence and survival depends on the supply chain function. And you lead that. You also need to realize that academic qualifications, while very important to give you recognition, while they open doors, there are many more factors that makes you a successful professional. You need to understand what's happening in the industry. You need to understand what is required from a supply chain professional. You need to realize that ethics are becoming more and more important. You need to have credibility. You need to have integrity as you go on your professional journey. Secondly, there's a revolution happening in digital transformation with artificial intelligence. So you need to have the data to bring to the table as supply chain professionals to ensure that the right decisions are taken. That is the role that is expected from you. So for you to get to this point, you would have sacrificed a lot of things. But there are people who have sacrificed even more than you for you to be here as a graduate and to be a graduate. That's the people that you see around you, the academic staff, the institute, and most importantly, your families who are here today to celebrate your success. Their sacrifice as parents, as partners, as children would have been immense because you would have to have spent a lot of time, dedicated a lot of your efforts towards this program and sacrifice the time that you could have spent with them. So remember with gratitude the people who have sacrificed for your benefit. And from my personal journey, I would like to leave you with 3 things which has helped me to start my career as an engineer. Then I became a supply chain professional and grew into leadership roles. Firstly, lead with courage and integrity. Be bold to take risks, try out new things, innovate. Don't be afraid. Integrity is important because that defines your character. And if you do not have character as a leader, then you will not have followers. If you don't have followers, you are not a leader. So lead with integrity. Secondly, build relationships, build networks. Give time to people. Listen, have empathy. Because in supply chain, we talk about not only supply chains, but supply networks. So true networks are among people. Maybe when we have 49 people graduating today, the other 48 is a critical part of your network. In your organization, in the society, you meet people, you meet professionals. Invest time to build your network to be a successful supply chain professional, to be a successful leader. Thirdly, as you become more and more successful in your careers, as you grow up as leaders, when you go up the career ladder, be humble, be human. Remember that people that you are leading are also human beings. Your suppliers, your customers are emotional human beings. So invest time, grow your network. So that is my parting message to you. So today, you walk out of this door with a new qualification, a very well recognized, reputed qualification. But that is just a foundation. Your success will become the structure that you build with continuous learning. So it is not an end to you. I wish you careers, professional journeys with purpose and much achievements. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to our guest of honor, Mr. Tusit Surya. And with that, we move on to the third phase, conferment of Graduate Diplomas, first class passes. To do the honors, I would like to invite our chief guest, His Excellency David Pine, New Zealand's High Commissioner to Sri Lanka and the Maldives, accompanied by the President of ISMM, Mr. Lanka Subasinghe, Vice President ISMM and the Chairman, Professional Development and Training Committee, Professor Sanath Divakara, Course Director, Mr. Nadisha Chandrasekhara. Put your hands together for D. Ruwan Peris, Flight Sergeant, Sri Lanka Air Force. W. Dinusha Ruwan Mali, Customer Demand and Service Manager, Nobel Paint Lanka Private Limited. Tilan Samitha Katriarachi, Assistant Manager Procurement, Pera Brush Private Limited. MS Mohammed Rushan, Senior Executive Procurement, Ebony Holdings Private Limited. WJ Vasana Kure, Manager, Procurement, Asset Engineering Private Limited. KAD Nimesh Buddhika Nanayakara, Senior Purchasing Officer, Rubber Products Private Limited. A.D. Chaturi Kalpani Alutke, Senior Store Supervisor, Multi-Chemi International Limited. D.D. Ganga Achira Todangoda, Executive, Procurement, Achira Todangoda. Tilini Nimesha Idris Singha, Sourcing Manager, Raw Materials, Unilever, Sri Lanka. Congratulations to all the first class pass achievers. Round of applause, and thank you very much to our dignitaries for doing the honors. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest this evening is New Zealand's High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, Maldives, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. An experienced diplomat, he previously served as New Zealand's High Commissioner to India and Bangladesh, an ambassador to Nepal from 2021 to 2024, and as a High Commissioner to Malaysia and Brunei Darussalam 2011 to 2014. His earlier postings include New York, Canberra, Kuala Lumpur, and ambassador to the Philippines from 2006 to 2008. In Wellington, he held several policy roles, including director of MFAT's Economic Division. Between 2015 and 2019, he worked as a private advisor to multiple companies and institutions and chaired the advisory group selecting New Zealand's Centres of Asia Pacific Excellence in 2017, a $34.5 million government initiative, and from 2018 to 2019 chaired the Trade for All Advisory Board, advising the government on making trade negotiations more inclusive. He served as the boards of the Canterbury United Nations Association Trust and the Flying Nun Foundation, and was an adjunct senior fellow at the School of Languages, Social and Political Sciences, University of Canterbury. He holds a BA Honours in Political Studies and an LLB from the University of Otago. I would now like to invite our chief guest, His Excellency David Pine, to address the gathering.
Ibawan, one thing that happens when you come to this institute is the event runs completely on time, exactly as it's set out in the program. So that's what happens when you're talking to logistics professionals. It doesn't happen anywhere else. So I'll try and stay within my 10 minutes. Thank you. President of the Institute of Supply and Materials Management, Mr. Lalanta Subasinghe. Our guest of honour, Mr. Tusit Gunawardana Surya, the CEO of Siam City Cement Lanka Limited, Chairman, Professional Development and Training Committee and Vice President, Professor Sanat Divakara, Vice Presidents, General Secretary, Treasurer, other office bearers of the ISMM, past presidents and members of the Council of Management, faculty members, and Director Training and Administration, Mr. Kamal Wimalawira, who kindly welcomed us earlier, spouses and parents of the graduands, and most importantly, of course, dear graduands, whose entry into a profession that's so crucial to Sri Lanka we celebrate today. And can I just say in passing that in my country, the logistics industry has traditionally been very male-dominated. There's no reason why this should be so in the future. So it's good to see this changing here, and it's good to see a little glimpse of the more inclusive future that is surely ahead of all of us. Last October, I had the pleasure of addressing this institute on the occasion of National Supply Chain Day. That the government of Sri Lanka had chosen the day to align with the founding day of the ISMM is a testament to its long-standing service and leadership in shaping the country's professional landscape in supply chain management. The ISMM has a proud history of service to Sri Lanka for over 5 decades, a commitment to advancing professional education and building industry capacity. The Institute's work, developing professionals, promoting ethical standards, enhancing operational excellence, has made a contribution to Sri Lanka's economy and to the wider Indo-Pacific region. So for all these reasons, it is an honour and a pleasure to be here with you today as we celebrate the success of these 49 graduands and the strength of the Institute's educational program, a theme I want to come back to a little later on. I'm sure you've all heard the old saying, often attributed to an American general called Omar Bradley, that amateurs talk about strategy and tactics, while professionals talk about logistics and sustainability of operations. I'm not sure who said it first, but there is certainly some wisdom in it, and it surely applies to business success as well as it applies to military success. At last October's conference, I tried to explain how important the logistics industry is to my own country. I mentioned that as a young diplomat many years ago, I'd heard a New Zealand trade minister called Jim Sutton receive a generous compliment from a minister of another country about the quality of New Zealand's food. And I've never forgotten his response. It's true, the minister said, we do produce excellent food, but then again, so do most countries. Our specialty is getting that food to distant markets in perfect condition. So for Kiwis like me, supply chain management is far more than a logistical function. It's an absolute cornerstone of our way of life. It connects industries, sustains trade, and directly influences the quality of life of every citizen. And it's so important for countries like mine, which are so distant from everywhere else. And in modern New Zealand, the importance of supply chain management is reflected in an economy that's built on trade, agriculture, food processing, technology, and services. We rely absolutely on supply chains that are transparent, sustainable, and digitally enabled. We've invested significantly in end-to-end traceability systems that ensure food safety and quality, they ensure it from farm to fork, in cold chain logistics that maintain integrity across export markets, and in renewable energy transport solutions that reduce carbon emissions. The integration of data analytics, blockchain technology, and artificial intelligence in logistics and warehousing has strengthened efficiency and responsiveness across sectors. New Zealand's supply chain governance model emphasises collaboration between government, academia, and industry, and our universities work closely with businesses to ensure curricula remain aligned with global practices, while continuous professional development ensures that practitioners remain adaptive and innovative. And through partners like the ISMM, we are forging meaningful partnerships to exchange knowledge, training, and research. And we will see more of that with New Zealand's universities. In a world defined by rapid technological change, geopolitical shifts, and environmental pressures, the ability to design and maintain resilient supply chains is becoming one of the most vital national capabilities. But not only does our country's future rely on our own logistical systems, Sri Lanka's friends, such as New Zealand, need your logistics industry to succeed for our own exporters to succeed. So again, that's why I'm so pleased to be here today as we celebrate a new cohort of well-trained young professionals entering this sector. The Government of New Zealand stands ready to continue working with Sri Lanka through educational partnerships, technical collaboration, and industry dialogue to share best practices and foster mutual prosperity. Over time, we would also like to see reforms, including rules on ownership, continue in a way that will encourage our logistics companies to participate more fully in Sri Lanka. This island nation sits at the crossroads of major shipping routes, making it a natural hub for maritime trade. I'm confident that Sri Lanka, with its strategic geographic location and expanding professional base, will continue to strengthen its procurement, logistics, and manufacturing ecosystems. A modern, well-governed, and digitally connected supply chain network will be instrumental in uplifting livelihoods and supporting inclusive economic growth. Look at just some of the exciting developments happening in your industry today. The Port of Colombo is among the busiest in South Asia, and future projects will only strengthen this position. Think of the Colombo Port Jaya Container Terminal Phase 5, which will be expanding capacity significantly this year, or the East Container Terminal Phase 2, adding deep draft berths and multimodal connectivity. Or we could talk about South Asia's largest logistics complex at Colombo Port, a $392 million investment creating advanced warehousing and distribution facilities. Or maybe Port City, Colombo, integrating logistics with finance and services to create a modern SEZ. What an exciting time for all of you to be entering this industry. All of these projects will require professionals who understand, who understand both physical infrastructure and digital systems, exactly the combination your education provides. So as we celebrate the success of the graduates today, let's also take a minute to think about the broader role of education and of the institutions that build excellence, such as this institute. Education has such a vital role in building the capabilities that will enable this country to unlock its undoubted potential. Recently, we've seen the introduction of supply chain management concepts into the national school curriculum, highlighting the importance of developing future-ready professionals. All of this is very different, much, much better than the way things used to be. 50 years ago, logistics was viewed as a functional activity focused on transportation, warehousing, and inventory control. Education in this field was minimal, often embedded within broader business programs or learned on the job. Then came the 1990s, and with globalization accelerating, logistics transformed into supply chain management. Universities began offering specialized programs, and the curriculum expanded to include procurement, production planning, and international trade. The turn of this century ushered in a new era of technology, enterprise resource planning systems, barcoding, radio frequency identification. All of this changed the way goods were tracked and managed, and all of it came out of education and an education focus. Logistics education adapted, introducing courses on IT systems, data analytics, and e-commerce. Fast forward to today, and the pace of change has only accelerated, and logistics education is now deeply intertwined with digitalization and sustainability. Digital logistics is no longer optional, it's the foundation of modern supply chains. Technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, lot tracking, and cloud platforms, all the stuff the graduates know a lot better than I do, are transforming how goods move across borders. Predictive analytics helps companies anticipate demand and optimize routes. Blockchain ensures transparency and security in transactions. Lot sensors are providing real-time visibility of cargo conditions from temperature to location. All of this couldn't even have been imagined when I first started as a diplomat and first started visiting ports and other facilities. In Sri Lanka, the transformation is already underway. The launch in 2024 of the Supply Chain and Logistics Optimization Engine, the country's first integrated digital logistics platform, was a landmark step. It connects exporters, freight forwarders, and carriers on a single platform, enabling transparent pricing and efficient freight matching. This is just the beginning. Future projects will integrate smart ports, automated customs clearance, and AI-driven supply chain planning. So for you graduates, this means your skills in data analytics, digital platforms, and process automation will be in very high demand. You are entering an industry where over the course of your careers, you will all have to master new skills and new technologies that have not even been created yet. And you will face all the pressures that any business person faces to deliver to all your stakeholders, customers, employees, shareholders. As crucial and demanding as these technical challenges will be, my hope for you is that as you rise to positions of leadership, as you surely will, these pressures never cause you to lose sight of what your industry is really about. Logistics is more than moving goods. It is about connecting people, enabling economies, and shaping a better future. Your education has equipped you to navigate complexity, harness technology, and build sustainable systems. A wise man who lived not too far from this island once told us all to be the change we want to see in the world. As Sri Lanka positions itself as a regional logistics hub, you will be the architects of this transformation. I hope you lead with vision, innovate with courage, compassion, and wisdom, and that you embrace technology as your ally. I wish you every success in your professional lives.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And with that, we now move on to the presentation of Module Top Awards. To do the honors, I would like to invite Past President of ISMM, Mr. Danesha Pereira, Vice President ISMM and the Chairman, Professional Development and Training Committee, Professor Sanat Divakara, Director Training and Administration, Mr. Kamal Vimalavira, and Course Director, Mr. Nadisha Chandrasekhara. Ladies and gentlemen, top awards for the modules: Principles of Purchasing and Materials Management, Financial Management, Management of Tender Process and Contracts, International Logistics and Transport, Purchasing Management. The top award goes to W. Dinusha Ruwanmali. Congratulations to you. Top award in modules Principles of Management, Information Technology for Supply Chain Management, Economic and Statistics for Management, and Research Methodology goes to Jayamali Kure. Top award for modules Inventory Management and Operational Research goes to Tilan Saminta Katriarachi. Top award for modules Warehouse and Stockyard Management and Marketing Management goes to Tilini Nimesha Edri Singha. Module Top Award for Research Methodology. Ladies and gentlemen, this award goes to K.A.D. Nimesh Buddhika Nanyakara. Top Module Award for Legal Aspects of Materials Management goes to D. Ruwan Pires. Module Top Award for Industrial Management goes to Didulanti Mabatuke. With that, we would like to congratulate all the winners of the module Top Awards. Thank you very much to our dignitaries for doing the honors. As I'd like to thank all the sponsors for coming on board. Thank you very much. And we will be now moving on to the presentation of memorial awards. To do the honors, once again, I would like to invite our chief guest, His Excellency David Pine. And I would also like to invite the President of ISMM, Mr. Dilanta Subasinghe, Vice President, ISMM, and the Chairman, Professional Development and Training Committee, Professor Sanath Divakara, and Treasurer of ISMM, Mr. Kavinda Jayadilaka. Ladies and gentlemen, the Group Captain A.H. Puvimana Singha Memorial Award goes to third in order of merit, Tilan Saminta Katriarachi. Congratulations to you. Shall we keep it going, please? Ladies and gentlemen, the Mr. S.A.P. Rupasinghe Memorial Award goes to second in order of merit, Jayamali Kure. Ladies and gentlemen, the Captain VTD Amaratunga Sri Lanka Navy Memorial Award goes to first in order of merit, W. Dinusha Ruwanmali. Congratulations to you. And I'd like to thank our presenters for doing the honors. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We would now like to present tokens of appreciation to the panel of lecturers. And to do the honors, I'd like to once again invite the President of ISMM, Mr. Dilanta Subasinghe. I'd like to invite the Chairman, PD&TC, Vice President, Professor Sanath Divakara. And I'd also like to invite them to present tokens of appreciation to the panel of lecturers. I'd like to request the receivers, the panel, to please remain beside the stage right after you collect your tokens so that we can have a group photograph at the end. Put your hands together for Mr. Pubudu Megara Vikrama. Mr. Nandana Suryarachi. Mr. R.A.C. Harshalal. Mr. Mahesh Anuradha. Mr. Priyanga Kirihena. Mr. Johan Gomez. Mr. Gamini Madhurarachi. Mr. Chamara Madhushan, Mr. Navindu Munidasa, Dr. S. T. Sriskanda, Mr. Deepal Arachige, Mr. Vijit Samaratunga, Mr. Dilshan Silva, Ms. Kaushalya Kasantika. We would now like to take a group photograph together with the presenters as well. Thank you very much, and thank you very much to our presenters as well. And now I would like to invite the course director, Mr. Nadisha Chandrasekara, to address the gathering.
Your Excellency, David Pai, High Commissioner of New Zealand to Sri Lanka and Maldives, Mr. Tusit Gunawarna Surya, CEO of Siam City Cement Lanka Limited, the President, past Presidents, Council members of ISMM, esteemed lecturers, dear parents and spouses, my dear graduates, dear ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Today is a proud day, but for me it is also a deep emotional one. For the past 3.5 years, from the first module to 15th, we have shared a journey, not a just structured academic program, but a journey of growth, challenge, commitment, and professional transformation. I still remember very first session of this batch. The caution introductions, the quiet observations, and silent questions in many minds. Could this long journey truly be sustained alongside demanding careers and personal responsibilities? And yet, module by module, you, our graduates, moved forward. I witnessed your remarkable development, shaper thinking, greater confidence, and increasingly professional and strategic outlook. This transformation is the true success of this program for all of us. This journey would not have been possible without the exceptional commitment of our lecturers, who balanced their busy professional responsibilities, yet gave generously of their time and experience. I would like to acknowledge Mr. Pubudu Megodavikrama. He conducted the highest number of lecturers for this batch. I must also recognize the dedication support of ISMM training department. The smooth progress of this program was largely possible because of the commitment of our program executives. Ms. Diniti, who supported the batch through a significant part of the journey, and Ms. Tilini, who carried that responsibilities forward with equal dedication in latter phase. Such continuity and care often go unnoticed, yet they are essential to success. In addition, I would like to recognize the important role played by the ISMM examination department, account department, admin and IT teams. Their professionalism, accuracy, and consistent support ensure that assignments, financial processes, and the system function smoothly throughout the program, enabling this batch to complete the course successfully with confidence. This program also unfolded across several phases of leadership within ISMM. It is commenced under the presidency of Mr. Sarath Gamage and the chairmanship of Professional Development and Training Committee, Mr. Jayantha Gallaheva, and reached its convocation today under the leadership of our President, Mr. Lilantha Subasinghe, and the Chair of PD&TC, Dr. Professor Sanath Divakara. Each leadership team played its part in sustaining the program, ensuring continuity, governance, and academic oversights. My dear graduates, you are graduating in a profession that is global by nature, supply chain management. Supply chain do not recognize borders. Decisions made in one country affect markets, industries, communities across continents. Today, ISMM graduates are contributing professionally not only within Sri Lanka, but across the Middle East, Australia, New Zealand, and beyond. You are joining a global community of professionals who represent ISMM wherever you work. With this global reach comes global responsibility. As supply chain professionals, you will be trusted with decisions involving cost, continuity, sustainability, and ethics. I urge you to uphold integrity, transparency, and professional accountability, regardless of geography, organization, or your position. These values travel with you, and they define your reputation far more than any title. These qualifications you have received today is equivalent to a university honors degree, but more importantly, it represents years of discipline, sacrifice, and resilience by you and by the families who supported to you. But let me leave you with one final thought. Do not stop here. Let this achievement be a foundation, not a destination. Continue learning, continue developing professionally, stay engaged with ISMM, pursue a corporate membership when eligible, and contribute to strengthen supply chain professionalism, not just nationally, but internationally. There will be moments of pressure and uncertainty ahead. When those moments come, remember this journey. You remember that you are capable. And you did not arrive here by chance. You arrived here with commitment, discipline, and hard work. As your course director, I stand here today with deep pride, not only with your achievements, but in the professions you are become and the global path you have taken. I wish you all and your families every success, fulfillment, and prosperous in your professional and personal lives. Congratulations. Thank you.
We would like to request you to please remain, our course director, Mr. Nadesha Chandrasekhar, as we would like to present a token of appreciation. To do the honors, I'd like to invite the president of ISMM, Mr. Lilantha Subasinghe. I'd like to invite the vice president of ISMM and the chairman, Professional Development and Training Committee, Professor Sanath Divakara, and Director Training and Admin, Mr. Kamal Vimalavira. Thank you very much. And whilst I request the presenters to remain, I'd like to thank Mr. Kamalvin Maravira for doing the honors. Thank you very much. And we would now like to present tokens of appreciation. And before we continue, I would also like to invite the Vice President of ISMM, Mr. Ranil Abesekara, and General Secretary, Mr. Priyanka Kirihena, to please join the presenters on stage. We would now like to present a token of appreciation to our guest of honor, Chief Executive Officer, Siam City Cement Lanka Limited, Mr. Tusit Gunawarnasuriya. Thank you very much for gracing the occasion. We would also like to present a token of appreciation to our chief guest, His Excellency David Pine, New Zealand's High Commissioner to Sri Lanka and the Maldives. Right after this. Thank you. Thank you very much to our chief guest for gracing this occasion. Thank you very much once again to our chief guest, and thank you very much to our guest of honor for gracing the occasion, and thank you to our dignitaries for presenting. Thank you. And now I would like to invite the Learning Partner Representative, Thilini Edirisinghe, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As this memorable convocation draws to a close, I stand before you with immense pride and gratitude. Tonight, we celebrated not just a ceremony, but a journey of resilience, growth, and achievement. As the saying goes, perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after the other. And that perfectly describes our 3.5-year journey of this course. First and foremost, let me extend my heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, His Excellency David Pine, New Zealand High Commissioner to Sri Lanka and Maldives, for gracing this occasion with your presence and inspiring words. Our guest of honor, Mr. Tusit Gunawarnasuriya, CEO of Siam City Cement Lanka Limited. Thank you for your sharing insights and motivating us to aim higher. To our President of ISMM, Mr. Lilantha Subasinghe, Vice President and Chairman of Professional Developments and Training Committee, Professor Sanath Divakara, past Presidents, Vice Presidents, General Secretary, Treasurer, Council members, distinguished guests, respected officials, beloved lecturers, dear parents, my amazing fellow graduates, thank you for being here to celebrate in this milestone. When we began this graduate diploma in purchasing and supply chain management in 2022, Sri Lanka was facing one of its toughest economic crises. Fuel shortages, inflation, and uncertainties everywhere. Yet, despite these challenges, we perceived, I quote, "It always seems impossible until it's done." It's as per Nelson Mandela. And today, 49 of us graduate, the largest batch in ISMM's history, making this 35th convocation truly remarkable. To our President, Mr. Lilantha Subasinghe, Vice President, Dr. Sanath Divakara, and our past presidents, thank you for your visionary leadership and unwavering support. Your guidance has laid foundation for the high quality education we are proud to have received from ISM, a well-established institution for supply chain professionals with a remarkable legacy spanning over 5 decades in Sri Lanka. Mr. Kamal Vimalavira, our respected Director of Training, your dedication shaped our academic path and kept us aligned with industry needs. And to our course director, sir, you have our mentor and guide through every challenge. Your patience and belief in us were invaluable. Like a true guardian, you gave the fullest, whether it was through academic guidance, personal encouragement, or navigating us through challenging times. Your insights, your patience, and your belief in our potential have been invaluable. Thank you for everything, sir. Also, we are grateful to our 21 exceptional lectures, each bringing invaluable experience from the supply chain industry. Your knowledge, guidance, and real world insights enrich our learning across 15 challenging modules, shaping us into professional ready-made meet industry demands. To all ISMM officials and members, your commitment to excellence made this possible. To Ms. Diniti, Ms. Tilini, thank you for being the silent heroes beyond the scenes, ensuring that every arrangement, schedules, and academic needs was made with efficiency and care. Your support has not gone unnoticed, and we are truly grateful. To my incredible batchmates, you are the heart and soul of this journey. We were not just students, we were organizers, motivators, and friends. We supported each other through exams, assignments, presentations, and dissertations, and tight deadlines. We even found some time for cricket matches also and laughter, creating memories beyond academics. And a special thank you to Dinusha Ruan Mali, our batch top, for her unwavering dedication and tireless effort were truly the backbone of our whole batch. Keep us connected and engaged throughout these 3.5 years. You became the communication hub of our team. Your contribution has been invaluable and will always be remembered as a cornerstone and success of our batch. Furthermore, my heartfelt gratitude goes to Tilan Katyarachi, Jayamali Kure, Tharindu Pereira, and all who actively contributed as part of the organizing committee for this convocation, as well as our batchmates who supported in securing sponsorships also. Your commitment, teamwork, and meticulous effort in planning every detail ensured that this event became truly memorable and resounding success. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in, day out. That's what we lived by. When I started this course, I was a junior executive in procurement. But today, I proudly stand as a sourcing manager in a well-reputed FMGC company within 3 years as a proof of the reputation and value of the ISMM. Yes. So yes, it's hard to say goodbye, but this is not the end. We will continue to celebrate each other's success and strengthen these bonds. On behalf of the Graduate Diploma and Purchasing and Supply Chain Management 22 to 25 batch, thank you everyone who walked this journey with us. Let us step into the future with pride, purpose, and belief that brought us here. As Winston Churchill once said, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Finally, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to the BMICH staff, the Mount Lavinia Hotel team for their excellent refreshments we yet to try. The ISMM staff, the camera crew, electronic and sound service providers, and all other support teams whose efforts ensured the smooth execution of this memorable event. Wishing all our graduates the very best as you embark on the next chapter of your professional journey. Once again, thank you everyone for your invaluable contribution in making this graduation a resounding success. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vinodri Singha. And now I would like to invite the President of ISMM, Mr. Dilanta Subasingha, to declare the 35th Convocation closed.
I declare the convocation closed.
Thank you very much to the President of ISMM. And with that, we've come to the closure of this event. So whilst congratulating everyone, I'd like to request everyone to please remain until the dignitaries leave the hall.